Happy New Year, y'all. Trying to type this stuff in here. Hold on. Oh, I think that's right. Is that right? Or no, it's not. Let me unpin it. Hold on. It's music. I'm trying to pin this real quick. Okay. Is that right? I think that's right. I think that's right. Hi, Danielle. Happy New Year. Okay. Girl, Instagram is not my friend. It's not my friend. Y'all, we're going to start in a... Hey, Olivia. We're going to start in 1 second. I need a drink. The music over here is super low because they be cutting stuff off. So... Is it, can you hear it on your end? Can you hear the music on your side? Yes, no. Liv, you ready, girl? I know it's late over there. It's late. I know. All right. It's been a minute. Hold on. Hey.
What's up, girl?
Hey, you lit. It's 2 a.m. over there.
It's a Friday. Was it Friday?
It's Friday.
Friday night. What are you saying?
It's Friday night, 2 a.m. You a real one for hopping on with me.
I'm on that tea, you know.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Are you recording right now?
It's actually, you know what it is? I've been recording all day, so this is kind of like my wind down, which is actually a super nice way to wind down a studio session, you know.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like a nice day. I've been writing since about 5 p.m. So then, yeah, talking to you for an hour. It's gonna be great. I'm excited.
That's the life. That's the life. If you guys are joining in now, this is the beautiful and talented Olivia Swann. Listen, we have been playing tag. I don't even know for how long.
About 50 years, isn't it?
Probably about 50 years we've been playing tag. I finally got a hold of you. You know, my sis, Jane Hancock, I think she posted a video of you a while ago, super long time ago. And I was like, oh, who's this? And I clicked on one video and then I clicked on another one. And I've just been a fan ever since.
Oh, thank you. Well, likewise, man. No, honestly, that's the best thing. Where you, like, honestly, Instagram and social media, as much as I'm not the best on it, it's amazing to meet people, you know what I'm saying? Like, different musicians and like, so much talent everywhere. It's crazy.
Facts. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep you on for the time that we said so you can get off of here. I know it's late in London. Y'all, she is streaming from London right now.
2:05 a.m. up in London.
2:05 a.m. in London. And we are in the Bay.
Because what are you like more of a, do you like to create in the day? Do you like to create in the night?
I'm a night person all the way. I'm night. So you're like 2, I'm like, oh, cool. But 2 a.m., yeah. It's 6 p.m. here, 2 a.m. over there. Okay.
I get you.
So how we usually do this, I'll play a song of yours just to open us up. You talk a little bit about the song, then we get into some questions, play maybe another one, and then maybe you can sing for us.
For sure. I'm open to whatever you want to do. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So we are going to play Salty. You want to tell us what Salty is? This is her single Salty featuring Jane Hancock, our sis from the Bay Area. You want to tell us what this is about?
Of course. Basically, long story cut short, because sometimes I do like to go on about it. But I was at college. I went to Berkeley in Boston, right? And I had a roommate over there. And I'm a big sneakerhead, right? So it was like the last show of the year. It was like my last show at the school. So I bought this like super nice pair of sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, my roommate was like, oh my God, they're so nice. Like, can I borrow them? And I was like, yes, you can, but keep them fresh because I'm wearing them for my final show. She was like, yeah, bet I got you. Don't worry. Da, 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 da. Anyway, we're both moving out the apartment. It's the end of the year. I come back to the apartment. She is nowhere to be found. And all that's left is this shoebox, this Jordan shoebox.
Oh, so this is real. Like, so she took
100% real. 100% real.
Oh.
Yeah, literally, like 100% real. So it happened, and then basically she took my shoes, but not only did she take them, she ended up basically posting up on Instagram with them on in the mirror, in my mirror, like, posing and everything. And everybody's like, oh my God, girl, you look so good. Oh, your shoes are amazing. I was like, excuse me, what are you doing? So basically that was the seed. And then it ended up probably about a couple months later, I was on a writing camp and I was just like, I have to write about this. Like, this is a really unique, but probably quite relatable topic.
Right.
So then ended up writing it. Fast forward probably a year and a half. And I'm in, a year and a half. It was 2020. So beginning of 2020, I was in LA, obviously supposed to be there for the whole year. I was like, I need a feature on this song. Like, me and Jane, I met Jane probably, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And we've wanted to collaborate for a long time. And this was the first thing I was like, I wanted a woman on it. I wanted somebody that comes with it every time. And she's phenomenal. So I hit her up and I was like, Jane, you're in the Bay right now. I'm in LA. How would you feel about me coming up to the Bay and we just get in the studio and see what you come up with? And she is amazing. By the way.
She's solidified for sure. Her pen is crazy.
Her pen is crazy, but also what's even crazier is that she in the booth, she wrote this in the booth, probably within 20 minutes, line by line. So I'm standing there and she's like, all right, bet, line 1. Let's go, next line. And she just comes up with it. I'm just like, wow. So that was really cool. So then, yeah, that's the song. So we did that, and then hopefully we shot the video, and yeah, it's done really well. It's my first single, so happy you're playing it.
Wait, this is your first single?
Yeah, first single.
I didn't know that. Okay, that makes it even okay. We're gonna get into it. This is Salty featuring Jane Hancock. Let me know if you can hear it on. Hold on. They spent looking in the mirror and picking out the best Instagram filter. And are you for real? But even then, I still see you pretending to be happy when none of this is real. And I know your deal. I can't lie after all this time. I'm still a little salty. Yeah. I know that it was you who took my Jordan clothes.
True.
start dealing. I'm with the fun, you only with the drama. I'm silent, curious, you hit me with that comma. Yeah, call me when you cool and get your mind right. Yeah, you know when it hit me when the time's right. Yeah, everywhere I go, it's like a spotlight. Yeah, I don't wear frown, I ain't never turned down. I'ma just be real, you acting crazy. Damn, I never thought you'd do me shady. You used to be my homie, but you gave me. It's amazing, you got me salty. Just give me what you want, baby, cause I'm just a little shorty. Yeah. So now when I listen to it, I'm gonna crack up listening to the second verse because I'm like, that's a different line to put in there. Like it's hecka like thorough. But now that I know that really happened, you still talk to the girl?
Yeah, totally. I messaged her. 100% went in. Oh, by the way, big up Miles and Manny and everybody in this live. I love you all. Hello. Yes, no, I did speak to her. She denied it completely. I don't know if you're the same way, but I'm like at a point with people. Yeah, if you're gonna do something wrong, I don't need to punish you because you will become. I believe in that whole. It will happen.
Full circle. Full 100%. Circle.
And then full circle down the line, it's actually quite funny. I'm wearing these shoes today. I swear I didn't do it for the live. I ended up buying myself another pair.
Yes. Wait a minute. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but you said she posted a picture.
Yeah, on the Instagram in the shoes. I know.
If you in here, little girl. No, let me stop.
I'm dead. Yeah, no, but yeah, no. Honestly. Well, even listening to that, yeah, I think for me personally, like, obviously I went to music school. I trained in jazz, like jazz and gospel, and they're like my you know, my favorite things. But I'm kind of like, I want music to sound good and feel good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, like those types of upbeat kind of West Coast kind of R&B like jams, they're my favorite kind of things to make, really.
Yeah,
the stuff that you can play all the time and it just makes you feel good and you can just have it on in the background and do your thing, you know.
Facts. Okay, yeah. You guys that are in here, if you have questions, please use the question box. I got a few questions because these are the things that I want to learn from her. You guys don't understand. I've been trying to talk to this girl for so long, okay? But if you have questions, put them in the question box so I don't skip over them. Liv, what is your sign?
My sign. Oh, I'm a Leo. But I have an Aquarius moon, so I've got a little bit of, yeah. People are like, oh yeah, you're such a Leo. I'm like, well, I kind of am, but I've got that kind of like gentle side to me because of the Aquarius. What about you? What's your sign?
I'm an Aries, and I'm all fire.
Yeah. My sister's an Aries, so.
What March or April?
April.
Okay, they're different. They are really different.
Are you a March? You're a March.
I'm a March.
Facts.
We're the same, but they a little extra.
Tell me about it. I know that.
Okay, so tell me about your journey. You shared a little bit about it. You went to Berkeley, but how did you get into music? Where did it start? Where did it come from?
Yeah. So basically, honestly, I was around 18 when I obviously started taking it seriously, I guess, because that was when I went, you know, I got the opportunity to go to Berkeley. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so let me start further back. So as a kid, obviously, I grew up in England, just north of London. So like when I was a kid growing up, everything was kind of very much like Paramore and Green Day and all that And as much as that's wicked, it was nothing that I was really ever into. Ever since I can remember, I was just, you know, obsessed with rap. So I listened to rap music from when I was about 6 years old, and then that kind of developed R&B and rap. You know what I'm saying, with CDs and like compilation CDs, and you'd like get deep in everything.
Yes.
So people don't know that nowadays. But anyway, so yeah, no. That was kind of where my kind of passion started, and I would just sing all the time. And then I was gonna go to school for business, like go to study for business, and then I ended up going to Boston for like a summer camp, basically at Berkeley. Ended up, this is so funny, I can't believe I'm saying this. Ended up auditioning to sing Lauryn Hill solo on Joyful Joyful. I got the solo. This is the funniest thing, yeah. I got the solo. I was like 15 at the time. I got the solo. And then a teacher in the audience basically watched me, and she was like, yo, you have to come and study here. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. So then she ended up basically getting me into the school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
why
then,
you don't want to say that? That's dope. You gotta share that story.
That is like the song of all songs. You know what I'm saying? Like Joyful Joyful. If you do a bad job at that,
yeah, I
probably did. I was only 15, so
you
God
probably
knows
sounded good. You probably sounded dope. Stop,
girl. Anyway, so fast forward. Then I went to school. So I was there for like 4 years, and then basically, obviously, for me personally, Berkeley, the best part of it was meeting everybody. So like I met so many amazing singers and teachers and like musicians. And then obviously in the holidays and like when we didn't have school, I was traveling from there to LA. So
oh, nice. Okay.
And the culture on the West Coast is so amazing. Like it's actually quite different from the UK in a sense. Like over there, it's like, it's kind of like, I love what you do. Let's work. It's not about, oh, how many hits have you got, or who have you worked with, or from my experience anyway.
Okay.
Maybe it's because I'm not from America. Maybe that gives me some sort of point of difference.
That's a good point you say. I for sure think it's because you're not from here, and they see you, and it's like, oh my God, let's go. Yes, but
that's also I think an advantage for anyone though when you're traveling somewhere. Because ever since then, I've been traveling back and forth from LA to England all the time. When you're in somewhere, say you come to me to London for 2 weeks and you're like hitting someone up, I'm only here for 2 weeks. So if you want to work with me, you've got to prioritize. You know what I'm saying? If you're only around the corner, it's kind of like, oh, well, she lives around the corner. So I guess we can kind of just do that whenever.
Yeah.
Which happens a lot. So, yeah. So basically, my goal is, to be honest, to move out to LA. Because,
really?
Yeah, like most of the people, most of the people that I work with, like producers wise, and I'm part of 1500 Sound Academy now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm doing that. Obviously with COVID and stuff, that kind of got halted, but the music scene out in LA and the Bay is wild. Like,
so okay, I mean that brings me to my next question. Like, what's the music scene like in London? Like,
okay. So I would say the music scene is amazing in London, and it is super varied. It's really crazy. So you've got like, you know, really big indie scenes, really big rock scenes, especially in the north of England. Like that's where rock was kind of born.
Okay.
Like the Beatles and Liverpool and all that stuff. Anyway, yeah. So in London you've got grime. So it's kind of like, let me try and rephrase. It's like a special type of rap. It's an English type of rap.
Okay.
And it's like very big right now. Trap music's very big. Afrobeat is very big.
Afrobeat, okay.
Yeah, Afrobeat and Afro swing, like a lot of that is popping. And you've always got pop and R&B, but I'd say for the moment, Afrobeat and like trap are the two main kind of genres that are popping out here. But yeah, I love America in terms of like the sounds that you guys have got too. Like R&B for me, American R&B all the way.
That's your niche. That's your thing. That's your thing for sure. Well, is it a lot of like performance stages out there or opportunities to showcase your music?
Yeah. In London, there's definitely loads to do. Like before COVID, there's a bunch of like you know, same in LA. Like, you got the people that are in the industry and they host like music nights at different venues.
Okay. Okay.
And you've got some amazing kind of open mics. Yeah, you've got some crazy like historic venues like Ronnie Scott's. I don't know if you've heard of Ronnie Scott's. It's like a really famous jazz club in London.
Ronnie Scott.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like all of like Rochelle Farrell and like Legacy, all these people. Yeah, yeah. All of them, small, tiny, intimate venues. Like, there's amazing history in London. So yeah, there's loads to do. So come through and we can go.
Can COVID end so I can come?
100%. I was saying to Jane as well, I was like, definitely come over.
For sure. I just talked to her the other day. I'm gonna blow her up when we finish this live. Like, hey, what's the plan? Okay.
Yeah. American accents in England are a big thing, you know.
Is it?
100%. Yeah. You come over and be like, oh, you're American?
Oh,
I'm
American,
like,
girl.
Okay, come on. I'm excited to see what you bring. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Before we have a question here, I think. That's actually one of my questions, but we can ask right now. What's your favorite album?
Go.
That's hard.
Saying,
okay, top 5.
Top 5? Oh,
one of them. You could one of them in that top range.
Okay. All right. Ooh, that's really hard. Okay. I would say, you know, not to be cliched, but Miseducation has to be in there, to be honest. That's like a classic album. I'd say, yeah, in terms of like rap music, one that I loved growing up was the documentary by The Game. Like, okay. I learned that. I was like, I don't know what I was doing. I was learning everything from a kid. Love that album. I'm trying to think in terms of jazz. I mean, Ella Fitzgerald, any of her stuff, it's crazy. Okay. It's too tough, you know what I mean? It's so tough.
It's tough.
What
okay. Me? Oh.
Yeah.
MJ Off the Wall, that's my go-to. That's for sure my go-to. Anita Baker Rapture.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love the olds. I'm also like rap though. You know, like most R&B singers or singers, you know, they go down to their favorite artists, and I'm like, I was really inspired by like rap. Like, I was in the mirror spitting like lyrics. You know?
Like, for real, like, honestly, this is how I feel. Like, you can get feeling and stuff from everywhere, but the storytelling in rap is second to none. Like, no one tells a story like a rapper does.
Especially back in the day. I mean, I don't know about now, but back in the day.
100% though. Like, simple, but delivery, just everything is just, yeah. That's where I learned how to feel though. I would listen to these stories and have no connection to what's going on with them and be like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay. All right. Got that in common. Okay. Now, you said you were back and forth in LA. What happened with, you know, the COVID and everything shutting down? And
yeah, so like I said, January 2020, I was out in LA with my manager, and
shout out to CD22 management.
Yes, thank you very much, CD22 management, for taking me out to LA. And we were going to be there for a year. So I had so much stuff lined up, to be honest, just being real. Like, so many producers that you know, when you meet people online, you're like, yeah, let's set this up. So bunch of people, cool people I was going to work with. And then I was there for about probably 2 months. And then obviously, like, COVID was kind of like this thing that nobody knew about.
Right.
And it was like on Twitter, and it was like, oh, you know, let's lock down. So we, like, in LA, we were locked down for maybe 3 weeks. And then, like, Twitter was like, so the UK are going to close the borders, and we also, our government wouldn't cover our health insurance.
Oh no.
So I was like, hold on.
Oh no.
Like, in America without health insurance is just mad. Like, mad. So yeah. It was basically just like, well, we have to go home because we can't afford to stay here. What happens if something happens? Nobody knew how long anything was going to be going on for anyway. So it's kind of like, let's just pause and then we'll come back when everything's good. So I was thinking tops like 2 months.
Just like a month or two.
And then here we are. Like England right now, yeah, January 2021, we are now in a 3-month lockdown.
Oh, really? You guys are
Yeah,
locked
like,
down?
yeah, because like we've had like a
Wait, till
restraint.
March? Wait. Till March?
Yeah.
So, okay, so what does your lockdowns consist of? Because we're supposed to be shut down, but I don't think we are. It's not a real one. So,
That's so funny. I know, I was talking to my friend from LA and she works at a sneaker store in LA and she's like, yeah, everything's shut down but capitalism. So basically nothing's shut down.
basically.
Right.
So I'm
Well,
like, oh, so you want us to catch COVID. Okay, all right. But go ahead.
yeah,
So
no, for real though. Well,
what does your
that
lockdown
was what it
consist
was
of?
like. That was what it was like here before Christmas, because like the government were like, well, it's Christmas, everything's been closed for so long, like let's open stuff up so people can shop and spend money or whatever. Anyway, that didn't help. So now we get to January, legit. Well, actually at Christmas too, everything was closed. So the shops started to close, but more importantly, you couldn't visit anybody's house.
And that's where I think it's really transferring it is people going to other people's homes. But go ahead. Yeah.
But that's the thing, like out here, it's like quite strict in terms of like people aren't mixing like that. Like we have to stay in our homes unless you have to go to work. So for me, thank God, this lockdown, the studios are still open, so I can actually leave the house because I didn't really have like the setup that I needed, and I've got a lot of work to do. So luckily I'm here, but a lot of people are just legit have been in their house for about a year and a bit. It's crazy.
This is crazy with no end date. Like no end
None,
date.
and we didn't
Nobody.
get that either. They were just like, well, until it gets better. And I'm like, what? When? Thank goodness. I'm grateful that I have an outlet. Do you know what I'm saying? To be able to create.
Yeah,
Because
you see, I'm in my studio right now at my house. Thank God we invested a while ago for equipment and like, because I would be going crazy. But
oh yeah, absolutely. So I'm grateful for that. But yeah, I've just got to ride it out. It's our 3rd lockdown now. So
okay, so how have you been doing stuff? Like what's the goal? What's the move now? Like,
well, that's the thing. So obviously Salty came out end of April last year. And the plan was before any of COVID, hit, it was like, okay, we're going to release that. And then we've got 3 or 4 other singles for the rest of the year.
okay.
And obviously we were going to shoot visuals in LA and all this stuff was in the pipeline, but then we had to leave. And then obviously Black Lives Matter happened and I was super involved with that. And I was just like, I don't think this is the right time. I don't feel like in my heart it's the right time to push something when there's bigger things going on.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something. And then obviously COVID is still a massive thing. So I was just like, why are we trying to push something right now when nobody's really listening?
Right.
You know, and also as an independent, I'm like proudly independent. And one of the reasons is I just want to be able to create how I want to create. But at the same time, I don't have a label financially backing me. So when we push stuff, it has to do something, you know?
Right. Okay.
So we were just like, let's just wait until next year, 2021, and we'll start releasing music then, basically.
Okay. I think it's a clean slate, right? I mean, besides the shit show that happened the other day. We're not even gonna get it.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm dumbfounded. I don't even know what to say. Hopefully this will all be new president, new times, and we'll just forget what just happened. Yeah, what's your answer to it?
Hopefully. Okay, we have a question here. Can you see that?
Since lockdown, have you had time? Have you had to produce music on Zoom? To be honest, yes, I have.
That's the worst.
It's not. I was gonna say, it's not. It depends. If you've worked with this person, I feel if you work with this person a lot and you know them, it's quite easy. But in my case, like I said, I have a lot of people like I'm yet to work with, so trying to establish that connection over a screen is not as easy as it sounds.
Right. And then the delay, do you get delays in there too? Like,
yeah, delays, time differences. Like most of the people I work with are on the West Coast, like you. So you know, I'd have to stay up super, super late. It's just tough. And it's also like psychologically, I think if you're halfway across the world, it's not your first natural like port of call. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, it's out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's tough. But
so I know you asked me, are you a night owl? Or you can't tell, you know, I be hitting you late and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Are you a night owl or morning? Like, when do you prefer?
For me personally, if I'm like in a studio working and I've got like an engineer, I'll work all day, all night.
Okay.
That's how I prefer to do it, like just to knock stuff out. Like I just kind of lose track of time. But if I'm by myself, yeah, it depends. Well, at the moment it's like lockdown pending, so these studios aren't open all day, all night here, so I have to finish kind of like 4 a.m. latest.
Okay.
Which isn't bad, you know.
Your time though, right? 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Your time.
Yeah,
okay.
4 a.m. my time. So yeah, normally I am a night owl. I'm just trying not to be as much, but it depends, man. Whenever I can work, I try to, but I'm not a 10 a.m. start, let me tell you now. Girl, no.
They're trying to make me that. I'm like, stop. Okay, we have another question in here.
Oh. In my fantasy world, yes, but in my real world, no. Honestly, like I remember like at college, one of my best friends, I don't know if you've heard of a brand called Bodega.
Say it one more time.
Bodega.
Bodega.
It's like a big sneaker brand. Anyway, they had like a massive store right near our school, and my best friend worked there, right? And all of the staff were rappers. And when I tell you, they were like old school rappers, so they'd stand on the street and just go freestyle, and they'd freestyle. And I just think it's the most coolest thing.
I can sing freestyle on a mic to a beat playing around, but then I'm gonna have to go back and fix it and make it make sense. But rapping, like I've seen rappers just do that. I don't.
It's so impressive, but no, I'm not a rap artist. It's not something I mean, I never say never, but not now.
Okay.
Maybe in my bedroom.
In the shower, you can be whoever you want to be. No.
100%.
Okay. Something good that came out of this pandemic. I know all of the stuff, you know, all we had, all our thoughts and plans kind of got shut down. But it's a lot of people that are like, you know what, if it wasn't for this shutdown and this big sit down, I wouldn't have this, and that. So what's something good that came out for you?
100%. Like for me, at the beginning of the year, obviously I come to LA and I was like in go mode. Everything was like 100 miles an hour. I was doing things all the time for everyone. This pandemic honestly allowed me to reset. Like creatively, I've started to like be able to. I've been able to work more, which has been great. Create more, and not just create for like a product, just create as in, you know what I mean? Just
in general, yeah.
In general, and also like not just create musically, just personally, just have a bit of a reset. I think it's been great, and I don't know, I think it's impressive. And if you can like take this year and be like, actually, let me spin this on its head and try and find some positives, you know. That's what when we came to 2021, it started like this. I was like, no way is this gonna get me down. I'm gonna turn it around and we're gonna make something from it.
Yeah, I'm like, it cannot be a continuation. This is just a little, we can't start this way. We can't start this way.
But don't get me wrong, there are points where last year was like, what is going on? So it was a mixed bag.
Accurate. Very accurate. Okay.
Yep.
What is one thing you love about the music industry in today's time, and then one thing you hate?
I mean, I'd say technology. This is just off the cuff. Technology for music in terms of like the amount of advancement for stuff like, for example, Brandy's B7 and how her vocals are mixed and how you know, all the instruments and how everything is it just sounds magical in your ears. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't have happened 60 years ago. All that stuff, you know, we can shit on it, but it really has kind of like elevated our
Yeah.
craft.
Yeah.
So that's great. But
Okay.
then also on the flip side, I feel like everybody has all these tools and this stuff to hide a lot of stuff. So I'd say, you know, listen
I
to,
like how you said that. Hide a lot of stuff. Yeah,
you
hide
know
a
what I'm
lot.
saying? So like the singers back in the day, bitch, if you can't sing, you aren't getting released, period. Like,
What? It's so bad. It's
the
so
live
bad.
vocals were on another level back in the day. And I think, including myself, people sometimes get a bit lazy.
Yeah.
Vocally, because you're like, oh, I don't really, you know, it's fine, everything's cool, because
Yeah.
we've got everything around us to make us sound great. But you know, I think you've got to take the best and the worst out of it. I'm sure them back in the day were like, oh, why do I have to record on tape? It's
Right.
so
Right. For sure.
you know?
Okay. What do you think separates you from other singers?
Well, I would say I am quite unique in terms of, yeah, I'd say in quite a lot of ways I'm unique, because I have a very mixed bag in terms of what I'm going to offer. Obviously, people have only heard one song, but I have a lot of records, like I said, that are quite upbeat and playful and light-hearted and are very lyrically quite funny. But then I've also got in my arsenal of songs and as an artist, stuff that is really deep and really thought-provoking and raw. So I love that mixed bag. I want to be able to do both, you know? I want to make you cry and I want to make you like pee yourself or laugh. And also I'm a good singer, so I can sing. So that's also something.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
That makes me stand out. You know, some people can't sing in the industry nowadays, and that's fine, but I can, so that's great. So
I mean, I can. All right. Okay.
you know what I'm saying? So also I have, you know, not to be cliche, people are like, oh, you sound like you're black. I'm like, well, I'm not black. It's just because, you know, I genuinely don't think it's to do with that. Obviously, there are some amazing black singers, there are some amazing white singers. I just think it's like, because I've been listening to music on repeat since I was a child.
Right.
That's my influence. And then you see that expressed in my art, basically.
People are so...
I know.
And especially now in today's time.
I know.
Keep doing what you're doing and don't worry about what none of them are saying.
Thank you. No, it's okay. Honestly, I've accepted it, because that's the thing, yeah? Not everybody is going to like you. It's like,
no matter what you do, no matter what.
I always relate myself. It's very strange, but not everybody likes every type of food, right? So why would you like every type of singer? You're not going to. It's not going to happen.
Okay, so what's something you want to work on? I hear you got a lot in your bag. You got a lot that you carry. What's something you want to get better at?
Ooh, I mean, I think songwriting in general is just a forever, and obviously singing forever is an eternal improvement. But something I definitely want to like dive into is production a bit more.
Can I tell you today?
Yes, come on, tell me.
Today, January 8th, 2020, I started my second beat ever in life.
Really?
I'm taking a course right now, a songwriting and production course.
That's amazing.
And I wanted to just work on my songwriting skills, but you have to do production too. So I'm learning chords, I'm learning all this stuff. And one of the assignments is to produce your own. It's probably going to sound horrible.
No, it won't sound horrible, because you're a musician. So it won't sound horrible when you, nah, bro. That's amazing. That's exactly the type of thing I want to do.
Yeah. So you need to do that. Let's talk. Let's talk.
I know, I do need to. Because you know what it's like when you're in a session, you know, you can help a producer, but actually like physically doing it.
Physically. Be like, hold on, scoot over. Let me get those chords for you. It's this, not that.
That's the part right there.
Right. Okay. Let's pause and let's get into this other song of yours, which is "Looking for Love."
Boom. Yes, let's do it.
Tell us about this one.
Yeah, this was crazy actually. So yeah, this song is a song I sang on Rico Love's last album. I know, can't pitch myself still when I say that. But yeah, he basically he was running like a competition on Instagram, probably was in 2019, and he was like, I'm looking for like the 5 biggest up and coming female R&B singers. I was like, wow. He was like, tag your stuff, and let's go. So I was like, what? So I tagged my stuff, and then literally, it sounds crazy, but his manager called me within an hour.
Oh, wow.
And then I went round to his house. I was in LA, and then he was like, we want you to be one of the 5 girls. And I was like, lit, that sounds great.
What?
Yeah. Tell me when and where. But yeah, so they flew me out from London, and I went to Miami. Rico's based out there. And then basically we cut the song he'd written, which was crazy. Like, I loved how he was in the booth and how he was working. I just to watch him work and how he is so precise and like just knows. Like for me, I don't know about you. Like when you comp vocals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I comp vocals, and I'm pretty particular. I'm quite detailed. But when I went into a session with this man, he was like, okay, we'll take the S syllable from take 1, and we'll take, he was like that precise.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, and my ear is obviously not at this point at that developed. So I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, you're hearing the whole mad. Anyway, so yeah, we shot the visual, did the track, and then obviously he released it. I didn't know who else was going to be on the album. So when Seven Streeter and like K Michelle and they were on the album too, I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like, that's super cool. Like, Seven is amazing.
And all of this from Instagram. People be dissing Instagram. People be dissing these social media networks. I mean, I get it. If you're on here wilding out for no purpose, then yes. Yeah. But no, honestly, don't knock Instagram's network.
All from Instagram. And that's the thing. Instagram is amazing when you use it correctly. It's amazing. It's the best networking tool ever. Like, we couldn't have this network for people just to hop on, you know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful for it. But you know what it's like. You get on it and you're like, oh my God, I've been on here for like 2 hours. Where's the time gone?
Then they want to tell us how long we've been on at the end of the week. Like, don't tell me. All right. Okay.
I feel you.
Okay. This is Looking for Love, Rico Love and Olivia.
I've been searching, it's not working, still I look for love.
All right. Guess what y'all gotta do if you want to hear the rest?
I'm dead.
You gotta go look it up. You gotta go look for love and look for this song on Spotify.
You know what I'm saying? That's a real R&B joint. R&B joints aren't 3 minutes long.
Real, the best of the best R&B songs are like 8 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, no, that was wicked. And you know what was great about that? We were supposed to actually go on tour. So everyone on the album was going to go on tour.
Wow.
Yeah. But then COVID happened and it didn't happen. So hopefully that tour will be rescheduled.
And then what our tour is going to look like, I don't even know. It's a whole...
What I'm saying.
I think I just saw, was it Monica? Somebody was performing somewhere and it was a bunch of people just sitting on the hoods of their cars. I don't know.
I mean, look, it will get desperate. So if that's what I have to do, I miss live music, man. Like, so much.
For sure.
Like, you know.
Oh, wait. We have a question. Ooh. Can you answer that?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, look, I'll be real. Like, I don't have a hypebeast budget. So, you know, I'm not, you know, I'm not going to get all these hot, fresh drops. But the best pair of sneakers I have are a pair of Kyrie's. They're Kyrie, Bandulu Kyrie. So my favorite designer, he has a brand called Bandulu, and they did a collaboration with Kyrie, and I managed to get a pair. I'm so happy, but I'm scared to wear them all the time because I don't want them to be messed up.
You gotta wear them once, at least once.
I know.
Singers, who's your biggest influences? I know you said Lauryn Hill.
Singers wise,
mm-hmm.
Definitely. I mean, goals wise, Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan.
Like in terms of like, because I love jazz so much, like she can throw down on an R&B or soul record, but she got that jazz element to her voice, and yeah, her music for me is phenomenal. Like I love her.
Okay, all right, Shaka Khan.
Yep.
What truly keeps you motivated to keep going when so much in the music industry can seem like it's against you? What keeps you going?
I mean, for me, naturally, I've got kind of that personality that I just never see myself giving up in terms of, I genuinely feel like this is what I was meant to do. And I wasn't much good at much else. So like, I was like, this is what I want to do. And I don't know. I just feel like, I think that's another thing that I was grateful for last year. Life is so short, man. Everything is so unexpected all the time. So I just cut all that bullshit and really just focus on something I loved. And I love music. So yeah, the industry, obviously it's a business. So it gets very tough sometimes / a lot of the times. But I think the goal where I've got to, where I'm working towards anyway, is just, you know, hush all that noise, man. Just focus on the music, and then if you're proud of your product, it will eventually, people will, you know, people always do come around to stuff.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Biggest or most important lesson you've learned in music so far?
Ooh, I think for me, take the time to find your sound. Because for me, I have been on that kind of journey over the past year and a half. And I'd say for me, I'm really not trying to ride the waves of popularity. It's not something that fills my heart with joy. And yeah, be patient, because the amount of like producers and situations I've gone through where I've been trying to articulate and communicate what I want, and it's just not worked. And I'm like, oh my God, am I ever going to get there? You do, because I've got there. Like, I'm getting there every day, you know. So I think that for me is just having patience with yourself, man.
Okay.
That's
what are you working on now?
Oh man, I mean, I'm working on a bunch of stuff. I've got finishing up some little bits for some singles I'm dropping this year. I'm writing some cool stuff, man. Like I said, this year I don't give a fuck. I'm releasing what I want to release, and that's the independent life. So I mean, I can show you like a tiny clip of something if you want. Yeah. Like, I'll show you production wise. This is what I was talking about, like in terms of just doing something that I think's really cool.
Okay.
Let me see. Yeah, let me know if you can hear this. Hopefully you can. Let me know.
You're good.
In my lonely days, I seem to have lost myself in my own maze. Slowly I fade, I just let it fall in vain. Fancy trying life again. No, I'm good, just staring from my window. Pain, a smooth fall from grace. Oh, how I've missed it.
That's a nice little blend of some jazz and R&B right there. Oh,
yeah. That's the thing. Like, honestly, I don't know if you were into them, but you know, Black Eyed Peas when they were like first out.
Yeah,
their stuff for me is like a massive influence because it was pop, but it was their own style, and that's really
it was they for sure. If I like are a group that had their significant style. If I can't say nothing else, like, you know who the Black Eyed Peas were and what they did. So yeah.
Back. So yeah, I'm just working on some stuff, and then basically focus is just releasing the music, man. That's it.
I'm ready. I did not know Salty was your first song.
Yep, first song.
Sheesh. Okay, so if you could give somebody some advice trying to get on or that's just starting, like what would your big piece of advice be?
Oh my God. Let me think. I would just say, I don't know. That's a very tough question. I'd say just starting out, I would say most of the time when you start out, your initial ideas are actually really dope.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say listen to that. Obviously, I think feedback and other people's opinions are super awesome, but until you are at a stage where you can listen to people and not change yourself, I think listen to yourself, because that's that unique spark that you're going to bring, that point of difference that someone can recognize you with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's so important for people, whether you're artist or writer or whatever, have that thing that people know it's you. So I think, yeah,
I like that.
Just do that, man.
Okay, and look, we got you. I got 4 minutes, girl. We about to go through these. We about to go through this stuff. Where can we find your music at?
So obviously, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, online it's pretty dead right now. I've only got one song and I have so much music.
It's okay. That one song gonna ride you to the wave, to your next thing. It's okay.
So for now, yeah, Spotify and streaming has only got one single, well, two, including the Rico track, and then I've got some little bits on YouTube, some stuff on SoundCloud. But yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Next, there'll be more.
She's coming. She about to flip. But if you are not following Olivia right now, go follow her because she's singing on there. She drops the gems all the time.
Thank you.
Okay, let's do a little quick little lightning round. You can't take long to answer these questions.
All right, I
you
won't.
just gotta answer them off the top of your head, and then you're gonna sing a little something for us.
For sure, we'll do.
All right. Okay. Biggest musical influence.
Biggest music influence. Chet Baker.
Okay. If you could open up for any artist, who would it be?
James Blake.
If you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
Wanted to study law.
Okay. What makes a hit a hit?
Catchy hook.
Catchy hook. Okay. If you had the power to change one thing about the music industry, what would it be?
That music and talent is the most important part of it.
Okay. Fill in the blank. Music is
life.
Okay. Pet peeve.
Littering. Trash. People throwing trash on the street, and that really annoys me.
Okay. Favorite go-to album, no matter what's happening, your go-to album.
Eva Cassidy, Feels of Gold. Random but fire. Eva Cassidy.
That's random. That is random. Okay. And concert you will never forget.
Moses Sumney.
Moses
I was high
Sumney.
on an edible, and it was the best experience
That was the best experience ever.
Also, I have to do this. You're going to be mad at me. I changed the person for the concert. It's James Fauntleroy. I want to be his support act every day of the week.
Wait,
James Fauntleroy.
Who?
James Fauntleroy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
You can change. It's fine. It's fine. You can have more than one. It's cool. It's cool. Okay. We gotta hear these pipes. We gotta hear these vocals.
All right. So, what do you want me to sing? Do you want me to sing an original
I have no requests. Y'all have some requests in there that you would like to hear Olivia sing, or I'm just like, just sing to me. Just sing.
Okay, cool. So we'll do a little bit of an original of mine, and we'll just mash it up with some stuff. Let's go.
Okay.
All right. Let me know if the sound is a bit rough, but hopefully it'll be good. You can do anything on me. I let you do everything on, and I can't do anything on home. And basically, you can do anything you want with me. I'm obsessed with you, and I know that you see. You've got control over every part of me, my body and soul. And now you're responsible. Control on me. You can do anything on me. I let you do everything on, and I can't do anything on no. Yeah. I said you can't do anything on me. I let you do everything on, and I can't do anything on, yeah. Control on me. Say my name, say my name. If no one is around you, say baby I love you. If you ain't running game, say my name, say my name. Oh shady, baby, why the sudden change? Say my name. Oh, I said. Say my name, say my name. You know one is around you. Oh, I love you. You can see my heart beating. You can see it through my chest. But I'm terrified, but I'm not leaving home. Oh, I know I must pass this test. honest. So just pull the trigger. I don't want no scrubs. Scrubbers, I gotta keep getting no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrubbers, I gotta keep getting no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me.
That don't make no sense.
Listen, doing it with you. Anyway, I'm dead.
You are amazing.
Thank you, girl. So are you. I'm so happy we finally chatted, you know.
I know, because in a minute, I was about to fly out there. No, I wasn't, but I was going to act like I was going to fly out there.
You still have to.
No.
You still got to work, man.
We're going to talk offline. But y'all, for real, this is Olivia Swann. You have just been blessed. Your ears have just been blessed. That right there in its purest form was an artist, a singer, a real singer creating. Okay? And painting for us.
Aww.
Thank you so much for joining me. I know it's after 3 a.m. in London. Y'all, she in London. Big ups to London right
now.
now.
UK, darling.
We are going to definitely wrap. Thank you for tuning in to Fresh Fridays.
Thanks,
you are
guys.
for so fresh.
Questions. Big love.
Love y'all. I'm out of here.
Peace.